Hi friend, Alessia and I have just finished the launch for our $127 offer. Alessia is still writing some emails and I want to share with you in this video everything that we've done based on our plan, what we actually implemented, what we did not implement, what went right and what went wrong. And I want to share with you also the language that we used for the opt-in pages and the sales pages that actually made people click the buy now button. And at the end of the video, I'm going to share how much money we made, how we structured the offer, and what it means for us moving forward. This is not theory, this is actually what we've done, the results that we had, so that you can have a glimpse into how our online business works and what we do based on the data that we gather in every single launch. This is going to be a deep dive into everything we've done so far. So, as usual, sit down, take your notepads, and we'll dive in. This is episode 3 of the series. In the past 2 episodes, Alessia and I have crafted an offer, lay out the launch for it, and this episode is me reporting back to you on how the launch went. This is not theory, this is exactly what we did. This was the plan that we came up in the previous episodes. This is it. We had so many ideas, some of it we implemented, some we did not. Alessia is not here in this episode because it's a fairly technical deep dive, so she usually have her brain going monkey when we speak this kind of stuff. So I said, you know what, honey, I'm gonna do this episode by myself, and also gonna wear my glasses because it makes me look smarter, and I'm actually, it look like I know what I'm doing. If this is the first video you find and you want to see the whole series from the beginning, click the link up here or up there, I don't know what it's going to be, to watch it from the beginning. Otherwise, let's dive in. The basic plan that we came up with was, once we crafted the offer, the way we wanted to launch it was to send traffic to a private invitation page. So basically people just need to give name and email and they will get presented with the offer. It was kind of like an idea, like why don't we, instead of like selling the product right off the gate and having basically people bouncing off a sales page, why don't we capture name and email so at least if they don't buy right away, which is the minority anyway, we can send them emails about the product and tell them what they're missing, why they should be in there, etc. So this was the idea. Private invitation page that leads to a sales page and an email nurture. That's it. The actual plan details you can find in the previous episode. The main priorities for us were fixing the product itself, making sure everything was fine inside it and the journey was laid out. Second, we needed our selling assets, which was our opt-in page and our sales page. And if you followed us in the previous episode, we talk about the language, we talk about the pain points, we talk about the goals, but how do we actually end up bringing it all together into sales pages that speak to the specific person that we decided to speak to? Well, you know what? Let me show you quickly how we did it and what kind of language we used. I'm going to show you the page that drove all of the signups and all of the purchases for the Jewel series. And it's one simple page. Let's have a look. This is the page. Okay, I've had this beautiful slow motion clip of Alessia dancing with jewels. We did that years ago. I still have it, so I thought it wouldn't be amazing to have her as a background. Like, you don't have to do any of this. Just because I had it already done and I could, I put it in there. I thought it was a nice touch, but the copy is important. Jewel series, feminine elegance expressed through freedom of movement. This is what we came up when we decided the copy of the statement of the product. So we put it in there and we immediately said what it is. A dance journey through 16 follow-along choreographies to explore how free your body can feel and learn feminine elegant movements you can carry into your daily life. This is the name of the product, this is the headline, and this is the sub-headline. That's it. And then the invitation. Receive your private invitation now. Give me name and email and send me the invitation. That's basically what it is. Because after this, people get redirected to the sales page, we didn't want it to be just a surprise. So we said in small prints, after signing up, you'll be taken directly to the private Jewel series page. You'll also receive the invitation via email. The feeling that we wanted to create in this page was a sense of knowing roughly what they're gonna get and using the right words to hint to the interest, to the desire, to the dream of our ideal clients. And we did that with just one paragraph. So many people signed up for this page. We had hundreds of signups for this. It means that we struck a chord. It means that people are actually interested on this. And I wanted you to see it. Like, even if we had just a static picture on the background, this is it. Now, let's have a look at the sales page and how we structured it. Let's have a look at step by step so that you can also grasp the main elements of what should be in a sales page for it to actually make people say, yes, I want to buy this right now. By the way, if you enjoy this type of launch, unpacking, and real insights from our business, Alessia and I have created a place where we do this every day. Well, we do this every day for ourselves, but now we want to share it with you so you can get not more courses, but an actual glimpse on the behind the scenes of what happens in real online businesses. And we want to help you to grow your own. So if you want to be part of it and you want to get notified when it becomes available, there is a link in the description below where you can join the waitlist. And this is our sales page. The sales page, we have a framework that we always use, but for this specific series, we wanted to do something shorter and a bit more based on identity, speaking to the identity of the person, and also just fill it up with as many testimonials as we could. It's almost like jaw-dropping, the testimonials that we have. We wanted that to lead the promotion rather than us trying to sort of unpack all of the features and benefits and bonuses. Sure, we did that, but we wanted to keep it very simple and direct to the desire. And here's the thing, we repeated exactly what they found is in the opt-in page. And for people that are immediately ready, they can click on that button and they'll be redirected to the checkout page down there. We added a countdown just because people need a little bit of incentive. They don't understand that it's an expiring offer. Therefore, we needed to have that there. You don't have to have it. We just like for people to have perspective on how much this thing is going to last. Below the fold, we go with a statement. And this is again what I mean with trying to lead with identity. This is a statement from Alessia. It's time to stop learning steps. Let the music take you into the inner world of your femininity and the elegance of the powerful woman you already are. Again, we are speaking to the person that is just waiting for the right call to do the things that she wants to do. And this is immediately like a hit in the heart, in the heart for them to say, yes, that's me, I want to be that one. This one, again, this was a video as well. And we started painting the picture of what it will be when they join. Imagine pressing play. And within seconds, the room around you starts to feel different. The music begins, your arms start to tell a story, your posture changes, your breath opens, your imagination wakes up. You've just entered the doorway of your femininity. Let's explore it. Ooh, it's very fluffy, it's very non-tangible, but that's exactly what we wanted because we don't want to just say, learn 16 choreographies. We want to paint a picture of how they're gonna feel once they learn the choreography and after they've learned them and danced them. So that is always there, like what's in it for me? What is the desired outcome that I want to make them perceive? And this is part of it. Here's is where we go a little bit deeper into what it is exactly. It's a journey of 16 follow along choreographies. We go from explaining exactly what it is, like it's a dance journey designed to help you feel beautiful, free, feminine, and fully alive in your body, which is very, very tangible. But also we want to tap into the La La Land side of things so that it makes you feel like you're in La La Land on stage, in a theater production, or inside your own little cinematic world. Again, we want to tell them what they're gonna go through for sure, but also we don't want to linger on the down to earth. We want to linger on up in the sky, up in the clouds kind of feeling. So we go up and down into this language to keep it grounded, but also keep telling them that, sure, they're gonna feel amazing, but yes, of course, they also have like real life results, like a taller posture, graceful walk, a more open chest, and so on and so forth. And then after we do that, I immediately want to present the offer, because after all of the nurturing on social media, we wanted them to just get it. And if they are ready, they can just see what's included right there and then. And here is the what I call the glorious offer, is where you present the price alongside what people will get. And this is what they get. Of course, it's just 16 follow-along choreographies, but now I also weave in the now imagine what they're gonna get, because they're not buying the 16 follow-along choreographies. That is the vehicle, that is the method. What I want them is to imagine what it can be when they actually get it. And I want them to explore how free your body can feel. I want them to experience dancing like you're in La La Land or in a theater production. I want them to learn feminine and elegant movements they can carry in their everyday life. Proving yourself how powerful your body can look and feel. Feeling the butterflies in your belly, almost like you're going on stage. This comes from directly one of the comments that we had from inside the program. We are just reflecting them back with their own language. And that's it. After that, we just go into the transformation. We collected all of the comments that in the previous episode we were referring to, and we actually found into a beautiful page where, like, it's almost unbelievable. Look at how many they are. Look at how amazing they are. And in order to make them more readable, I highlighted like the best bits that to me, like, they touch my heart a bit more. I even added a heart on this one because I thought it was amazing. Alessia, I reconnected with my inner child, dancing with you as it brought me back to dancing in my mom's long nightgowns as a little girl. Thank you, Alessia, for the gift of dancing that you give us every day. I so appreciate you. This kind of stuff makes people feel what other people have felt, and it's what they want to feel as well. You see, so we led with testimonials. Look at this. We had so many testimonials that this is like, I don't need to explain to you how good this is. But if you have questions, we want to answer them. So we added a little bit of FAQs, and that's it. And then we have another close, a little statement that again speaks to the identity of the person. The first doorway of your jewel journey awaits you. Start your journey now. That's it. It's a simple call to action. You've read everything you needed to read. Now, if you're ready, click here. This is it. This is how simple a landing page can be. Like, I don't care about design that much. I just make sure that design-wise, the call to action is always the same color, because it's a visual language. I want to decide which accent color I'm going to use throughout the page to give it branding, to give it a feeling. And then everything else is just using a different type of typography and bold and headings to make it look easy to read. You know, and every now and then I just sprinkling some call to action so that people can just drop back into this place where they will decide when to buy or not. And as you can see, the order bump is right here. This will be blinking. There will be like an arrow here blinking saying, hey, add me to your order. And it's going to be like a $37 more if they add that postural program to their order. This is literally one sales page that did all the job. Sometimes it doesn't have to be complicated. As you can see, the sales page sells predominantly the Jewel series. That is the one thing we want people to say yes to. But we increase the order value by adding little offers around the main offer. So here's how it was broken down. The Jewel series was the front end offer, and that's how we led the promotion with the Jewel series. Then we had an order bump, and it was a postural program. The postural program is all about posture, and because we are tackling the feeling feminine and letting yourself go and dance your heart out, that kind of vibes, you also want to start to talk about how do you carry that into your daily life. Your posture was something that it's like a no-brainer. You want to have great posture in order to have great presence. So we said that product doesn't require much explanation, so we just drop it in there, which is in a nice corner of the sales page. It's like, do you want to add the postural program as well? And 20% of people said yes to that. And that was a bump in the order. Then we added 2 upsells just for fun, because we're always testing. The first upsell was going to be a VIP layer for people to get some group coaching from Alessia around the Jewel series themes, but Alessia decided that was too much work, specifically for this season of life, it wasn't feasible. And she said, you know what, I don't feel it. Let's replace it with something else. So we replaced it with another program that was called Divina. Divina is a program that Alessia did to help women learn how to walk in stiletto elegantly and elegance in general. So again, it felt like it was really complementary to the previous offers. So we put them as an upsell. And 8% of people that bought the front-end offer also bought the upsell, the first upsell. The second upsell, because I didn't really know what to put after that, and also it's the first time we do 2 upsells, we never done more than 1. We included a program, a 5-day program that's called Booty and Bar. Booty and Bar is a very easy way of doing fitness, but in a super fun way. And Booty and Bar is like you're doing bar, you tackle the booty plus a different part of the body in every workout. It's kind of fun, it's kind of exciting, and we just put it in there. Nobody bought that one. So for us, it was a very important data point because it might be a different reason why people didn't buy that. Maybe because they didn't feel connected to it based on the offers that they had before. Maybe they didn't understand what it was, and that was our fault because an upsell page, there's only so much it can do. There's so many reasons, but we definitely know that this sequence, the last upsell did not work, and therefore we're gonna keep that in mind for the next offers. But regardless of this offer, which we worked for about a week, generated approximately $4,000. Not too bad for a week of work. Now, here's the thing. You might be saying, but Lazy Dancer Tips has got a great audience, it's got a big audience, right? Why didn't it sell more? But here's the thing. I asked myself the same question because we did everything we know works up until this point. But then I realized, let me dig deeper into the stats from our Kajabi account to see how our people actually buy. And there are a few things that came out. We realized that most people that enter our world don't necessarily buy right away. And I feel like it could be the same for many other businesses. But every business is different. So you cannot compare it with anybody else. There's a different message, different niche, different everything. For our specific business, our people don't buy immediately. Many people do, but not everybody, of course. We found that people buy within the first month after getting into our list. They either buy right away, otherwise they usually, as average, they take about a month to buy. Then I dug even deeper, and because I connected Claude to my Kajabi, I can actually ask AI to go and find information for me. And I said, okay, how many people buy within the first month, and what is the average lifetime value of these people? And I realized that the average lifetime value of one-time buyers for our world is about $150. And that made me very happy because at the same time, while we were running the organic campaign, I also ran a small, tiny lead generation campaign on Meta where I just targeted warm people that either were already in our world, they were followers, they never bought before, but we wanted to show them advertisement to get to the private invitation for the Jewel series. These ads brought in 168 new leads into our world. Funny thing is, nobody bought the Jewel series. Some of those bought completely different programs just because they maybe got triggered, they were looking for something else, so the campaign was profitable in the end. But then, after digging deeper into the data from Kajabi, I realized I've got 168 more people that are interested and warm inside our email list that most likely within the next 30 days are gonna buy if we do things right. And then just because I could, I've asked Claude to find me what people do, how do they buy once they are in our world as average. And we found out there are a few different people. There were first-time buyers that their lifetime value is only $150. But things change when they get into a membership. People that are in our membership, their lifetime value goes from $500 to more than $3,000 as average. So that's immediately when I realized, great, we are pushing single self-standing products, which is great, it's great cash injection, but then are we actually promoting the membership after people buy something from us, which is ultimately what we want? And then I realized we do, because in every product we connect it back to the membership, but we don't do enough of nurturing via email to send current buyers to join the membership. So this launch not only made us few grands, but also gained us more leads that will eventually convert in the next month, and brought awareness on what the gap was for us to bridge from one-time buyers to actual members of the membership, which is ultimately the highest value clients that we acquire. The great thing about Let's Dancer Tips is that we have a membership as our core offer. And when we test these launches here and there, it's more to test new offers and new angles to see if we can capture interest from the same audience but from different angles. And while we're making some money in the process, we also learn a lot about how to grow our business, because we don't want to constantly playing catch up with small bursts of launches. We also want to build a business that compounds profit. And the way we do it is doing exactly the work that I'm doing right now, that I'm sharing with you. Understanding what went right in a launch, but also what do you discover the gap for growth is specifically for your business. Every time we work with clients, there's one thing that they all have in common. They are maybe obsessed with a specific strategy and they apply that over and over again, almost mechanically, without even thinking about maybe if the offer is aligned, if the way they're growing their business feels good or feels clunky, or if the offers actually work. Sometimes we just need to do things to get things in motion, get some data and understand, okay, but what is the gap? What is the thing that I need to focus on for the next month or so that my business grows? But sometimes the solution is right in front of their eyes. It's like, you're focusing on the emails when you have lots of DMs you can't keep up with. Like, let's see what happens in the discussions and why people are not converting there. Or I'm trying to get one-on-one clients, but then when I do a masterclass, I've got hundreds of people interested. Like, you need to know what you need to focus on and what is the right path for you. Ultimately, you want to be sure of why and how your business will grow. The point of this experiment also is like going out from the point of view of having to make every single launch being a super phenomenal cash injection launch. Business is built step by step and by compounding what works and approaching every launch as a scientist, not like an emotional baby that every time that we launch and we don't get the result that we want, we get emotional, we get in our head and we stop doing the things that we know we should be doing. This is mainly why people don't get to the results that they want, because we get too attached to the results. In our launch, we made $4,000 in a week of work. And also, all of the people that are buying, that have bought our program, the one that we launched, now they're buying something else because we raised the momentum, we raised awareness of how good our products are. And from that experience, we are now already thinking about our next launch, removing all the things that didn't work and doing more of the things that work so that we can compound profit. This is how you build something step by step, without waiting one day to become a millionaire somehow just by doing what you're passionate about. I don't believe in that. It's never been like this for me. If it was like this for you, amazing. We want to be open to surprises, but when surprises don't happen, we want to approach things in a way that I feel it's a bit more reliable, like a scientist. And if you want to approach your business like a scientist and you want to get in a room where we share this insight on our business, you want to be part of it and you want to get supported as well, be real life scenarios on how to improve your sales page, your copy, your content, check the link below to get into the waitlist for our club, for the club, and you'll be the first one to know when doors open. And in the meantime, if you feel like your sales pages, they just sound vanilla in general and you don't know why, well, I have a good idea on probably why they feel like that. And I've got a solution as well, which I explain in this video right here.